What's up, guys? Scotty2Hockey here, aka the average hockey fan once again, and the Montreal Canadiens defeat the Ottawa Senators 4-3, ending the preseason with a very solid 5-2 record in what was a very exciting and entertaining game. Carey Price, he did make one bonehead play at the end of the game, which looked like it was going to cost the Habs the game, but overall he did have a solid game. The young, hot prospect, soon to be NHL rookie in my opinion, because he should start for Montreal this year, Nick Suzuki steps up, wins the game in overtime. The shots were 37-34 for the Ottawa Senators. As far as block shots go, Ottawa had 16, Montreal had 6. Ottawa had 19 hits, Montreal had 29 hits. Montreal had a 54% face-off percentage. The takeaways were 9-8 for Ottawa. As far as the power play goals, neither team had a power play goal, even though both teams had 5 power play chances. They both had a nice shorthanded goal, though. Anthony Duclair had a nice shorthanded goal for Ottawa, and Phillip Danault had a nice shorthanded goal for the Montreal Canadiens. Speaking of Phillip Danault, the first period of the game, 16-16 into the first period, off a nice play by Yoel Armia where he backchecks the Ottawa player and causes a turnover. Phillip Danault gets the puck, skates it in, makes a nice shot, beats the Ottawa goalie, shorthanded goal for Montreal, 1-0 for the Habs. After that, it was a nice chippy back and forth first period, but there was no more scoring. We go into the second period, 5:57 into the second period, off another nice play by Phillip Danault, where he gets a play, he blocks it in the Ottawa team's zone, he passes it into Galley, Galley skates it in right in front of the net, makes it look like he's going to shoot it, gets it over to Tatar at the last second, Tatar buries it, 2-0 for Montreal. Then 9:06 into the second period, Bobby Ryan scores, assisted by Anthony Duclair and Dylan DeMello, 2-1 for Montreal. 10:44 into the second period, Anthony Duclair scores on what I'm not going to lie was a beautiful play. He took it off the Montreal Canadian defender's stick on the Ottawa blue line, skated it all the way up into the Montreal zone with the defender right behind him. I believe it was Jesperi Kotkaniemi right behind him, actually. Took it all the way up in the Montreal zone, made a nice little move on Price, got Price going one way, came back over the other way, put the puck under his skate for a beautiful, beautiful goal by Anthony Duclair. Then in the third period, Philip Schlappick scores off a bonehead play by Price. Price gets the puck in his own zone, goes to shoot it out, misplays it. Schlappick picks it up in the Montreal zone, puts it into the empty net with Price and Weber sliding across the crease. 19:01 with the net pulled, Gallagher scores on a beautiful play by Jeff Petrie and Jordan Wheel. Wheel gets it out to Petrie. Petrie shoots it. Gallagher's in front of the net. Nick Suzuki's screening the goalie, and Gallagher tips it in. Beautiful veteran play by Brendan Gallagher to get that tip in front of the net, to be there. Beautiful positional play by Brendan Gallagher. Then we get into overtime. 4:04 into overtime. Nick Suzuki gets it behind the Ottawa net, takes it with full confidence, wraps it right around in front of the Ottawa goalie, puts it in between his pads, 5-hole. Beautiful goal. Nick Suzuki scores. The Habs win the game. The place goes crazy. The young prospect looked amazing. What a beautiful win for the Montreal Canadiens. My favorite preseason game of the year so far. I'm not going to lie. There was a lot of good things to take away from this preseason, and there were a few bad too, I'm not going to lie. But it is the preseason. A few of these things, I know it's a saying where I come from, a few of these things you have to take with a grain of salt. Now, there's been a lot of flack on Jesperi Kotkaniemi. A lot of people have said Kotkaniemi has not looked the best in the preseason so far. Well, in the past 2 games he's played in, his play has picked up quite a bit. I'd like to see him do a bit more on the defensive end, but I'm not going to hate on the kid's play. It's only the preseason. I can understand why people are giving Jonathan Drouin a lot of flack. He's played the least amount of minutes on the team of any player in the preseason. He's done very little. He has not performed at all, but there's been a lot of good too, guys. Cale Fleury has looked amazing on the blue line, transitioning from Laval into Montreal this season. I believe he's going to transition from Laval into Montreal this season. He should be excellent for the Habs. Ryan Poehling, he did have a concussion, or at least was on concussion protocol in this preseason. He's looked very good too. I believe he's had 3 points in the 3 games he has played. And Nick Suzuki, in the 4 games he's played, has had 4 points, 3 goals, 3 assists, hasn't looked out of place at all. Looks like he could easily come into Montreal this year and at the very least be a depth player, but I think this guy is going to end up top 6 from the get-go. I think he could be on a line with maybe Drouin and Domi, figure something out like that. I don't want to see him break up the Tatar, Deneau, and Gallagher line, but I really, really like what I see from Nick Suzuki. As far as Carey Price goes, he had one really bad game where he gave up 5 goals on like 23 shots or something like that. But other than that, he's been solid. Keith Kincaid has been stellar in the games he's played. Charlie Lindgren looked all right, but the goaltending looks really solid too. There's been a lot to take away from this preseason that I like. I may do a preseason recap too, so let me know in the comments if you'd like to see a preseason recap. I don't take the preseason as seriously as I do the regular season, but I'd still probably like to do a review or a recap on it because there were some interesting moments in this preseason. Paling had a big moment. Nick Suzuki had a couple big moments. Great preseason, guys. Anyways, this is Scotty2Hockey, aka The Average Hockey Fan. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Have a great day. Over and out.